things I've done during my Toyota Tacoma ownership. Time to come clean. Well, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to RobMotive. So today I thought I would come clean. I thought I'd kind of run through some of the dumb things I've done throughout my Toyota Tacoma ownership. Kind of let those that have done the same kind of things know that you're not alone out there. So let's get into it. First of all, I've had 6 or 7 Toyota Tacomas, and I am a modding enthusiast, as well as a Tacoma enthusiast. So I get my hands dirty. I do all my own mods for the most part. I don't do lifts, I don't do suspension, I can't change the tires as far as remounting them and stuff, you know. But everything else I do myself. Most of it's been bolt-on, but not everything. So, first of all, the 10mm socket issue. You know, this was so dumb. I was putting in a tweeter, and I was even aware. I was thinking while I was doing this that I better not drop that 10mm socket in the hole where the tweeter was that I took out. Sure enough, 10 seconds after that, I dropped the 10mm socket in the hole where it still resides today. Now, if I ever need to take that tweeter out, I'll probably get one of those magnetic things, you know, stick it down in there, see if I can get lucky. I'm kind of hoping eventually through bumps and stuff, it will fall on through and be sitting on there looking up at me at the floor, but I kind of doubt it. Next up, the tire valve air issue. You know, I thought I'd get one of those real nice covers, the valve stem caps that you put on. So I did, I bought one, put it on. I've never told anybody this before. I put it on, screwed it down, was done, it looked great, didn't see or hear anything weird. Got up the next morning and I had a flat tire on one of my tires. Didn't happen on all of them, and yeah, I did change all of them. That's because there was some kind of imperfection in the cap and it actually pushed down on the nozzle. Now, why I didn't hear it, I don't know. Maybe it was just a very slow leak, I don't know. But it let the air out of the tire. What a bonehead, dumb thing to do. Make sure you look in those valve stems to make sure there's nothing protruding in there. You know, a manufacturing defect, a piece of plastic or something that will, in essence, let the air out of your tire. Tire rub. On my first lift with the Toyota Tacoma, I thought it was all great. I put big tires on it. I had tire rub. Now, I blame myself for this because I should have been more educated. It was the first one that I had done, and I wasn't really aware of it. I think, by the way, that all these things really reside with the owner. Yeah, you can try to blame the shop, but you need to do some research so you know what to look for so that when they put these things on, you don't drive away and then discover a problem later on. And that's what happened with me. The tires were too big, they didn't fit. The shop did say I wouldn't have a problem, but I did. Next up, securing cargo. Now, generally, I am a stickler for this. Tie everything down, go way overkill. But on this particular day, I was hauling one of those lawn sweepers. You hook them behind a tractor or whatever, a little garden tractor thing. Drive all over your yard. It has a spinning thing, picks up leaves and sticks and stuff. So I was transporting one somewhere else. I decided to put it in the back of the truck. It was heavy. It took 2 people to lift it. There was someone else with me, by the way, but I decided not to tie it down. So I put it in the truck, driving down the road. It was 45 miles an hour, calm winds, nothing crazy, sunny day. I'm driving, there's a van behind me. I remember it distinctly. It was a white panel van. I look, and it was moving around a little bit. You know, and it has that big kind of canvas cover over it. That's where everything collects, if you've never seen them. So I'm driving along, and I see the thing moving. I'm thinking, no big deal. Next thing I know, it lifts up in the air, rolls over the tailgate, and it's bouncing behind me in the road with this panel van back there. He honks, he wasn't happy, don't blame him. Took off, before it went around me, it flew out of the truck. Why I didn't tie it down, I don't know. It's one of the dumb things I've done with my Toyota Tacoma, and I will never carry anything in the back without tying it down. Locked my keys in the truck while it was running. That was brilliant. Don't know what I was thinking. I don't think you can even do that anymore. A lot of the newer models will not let you lock the doors if your keys are inside, unless you go through a lot of extra steps to do it. But I did it. Now, fortunately, There was someone in the area, there must have been, because they were there quickly. I called one of those services, had to have them come out, stick their little device down and pop the door open so I could get my keys out while the truck was running. You wouldn't want to do that with today's gas prices, just saying. Next up, punctured an oil filter. Had a brilliant idea. I was doing my own maintenance and stuff, which I will do on this truck once all the freebies run out. But I couldn't get the oil filter off. I was using one of those devices. It was just bending. It wouldn't work. So I had this great idea to stick a screwdriver through it for leverage, Stuck the screwdriver through, went to turn it, and all it did was tear the filter. It would not break loose. Well, now I'm screwed, right? I have a truck sitting there with no oil in it, a torn oil filter, so I couldn't put oil back in it. Had to tow it to one of those fast lube places, and fortunately, they were nice enough to take it off. I did just go ahead and have them change the oil. I thought for their trouble, I'll give them the business. But what a dumb thing to do. Next up, and this happened just recently, changed the exhaust on the Toyota Tacoma, and I don't think I've told you guys this. I missed a hanger. Driving down the road, things are bouncing around. I hear some noise, and I thought, how could that be? I tightened everything. I know I did. I double, triple checked it. Everything is tight. How can it be bouncing around? I could feel it in the floorboard, when an exhaust is underneath and the pipes are hitting underneath. I missed a hanger. Apparently a pretty important hanger. Had to bring it back home, crawl underneath there. Very simple fix. Just move that little grommet, stuck it over the little thing that it fits in. Took care of the problem, no more noise. Another dumb thing. Lastly, 20-inch tires. On my Barcelona red Toyota Tacoma, I decided I was going to go with big tires, Put 20-inch tires on there, gave me a little dinky tread wall. Rolled horribly. Absolutely hated it. And that was in combination with Nitto Ridge Grapplers, which, by the way, I would only recommend if you're an avid off-roader. They have a harder compound, undoubtedly, for off-roading, so that they're a little bit more stout. But they were horrible on the road. Because of that, the compound and the 20-inch tire with the little dinky tread wall. What was I thinking? Ignorance. I was dumb. I had no idea. That's why it's good to do your research. Watch YouTube videos. They'll help you out a lot. Anyway, I just wanted to get on here and run through some dumb things that I've done while I've had my Toyota Tacoma. Leave a comment. Be honest. Let me know. Is there anything dumb that you've done? I'd just be curious. Then I'll know what to watch out for. Also, real quick, I do have 2 additional channels. RobMotive MT, all about mini trucks, currently the Hyundai Santa Cruz, and RobMotive JT, all about Jeep Gladiators. Just added a Jeep Gladiator Mojave to that channel. Check them out, and if you're interested, please consider subscribing. Thanks for watching. Stay smart out there. Bye.